Okay, so good evening, Eunice and every other person that will be watching this later. Let me share immediately and we'll review the assignments that were submitted. We'll start from there. Okay, I already opened them. So let me start from this person's one. Am I starting from? I think this is, I'll do yours last. So let me see Mohammed's on first.
Okay.
Okay. Oh wow, Mohammed just did all his assignments at once. Okay, that's good. Um, if anyone comes into the class, you let me know, please. I can't really see them.
Okay.
I'm trying to see what he did. He did chart. He did some here. That's all he did here. Here, Mohammed. Ah. Oh, 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 oh. It's like he did
Okay.
conditional formatting here too. I can see conditional formatting on this one. Let me make it big and then I will explain what he did. I will try and find out what conditional formatting he did here, but from what I can see, from 20,000 and above are highlighted in red. So, which means he probably used a conditional
Okay.
format of if it is,
There is
um,
someone said it.
I think that's Mohammed.
I think
He came
move
just in
faster.
time.
Yeah. There's someone saying that she's here.
I can't find him again. I think
So
network
when
took
she's
him
saying
out.
she's
I can't.
here.
I'm back here now. I can't see.
Okay, let's continue.
Let me tell him. Let me tell him to
Maybe.
join. If he comes back, I will come back and add him because this is his work I'm looking at. Okay, he's back. Ẹ káàbọ̀ o.
Okay, she's on.
Welcome, Ahmed. So you came just in time. It was yours we were looking at. I said, it's not a small thing that you have done. You've done. I can see some ifs here, and I can also see conditional formatting. Let me manage the rules. Okay. So this is it. This is the rule he applied. So see what I did because I know that conditional formatting has been applied. By looking at it, I can tell that he has applied conditional formatting because I noticed that from a certain number was shown as red. So I just came to this conditional formatting and manage rules. So it's going to show me the rule in case I want to change or edit anything. All right. So the rule applied is shown that if the cell is greater than SLS 14, let me see if I can edit it. If the cell is greater than L14, okay. Oh, there's something that he did. I don't know if I've taught you that. It's called absolute referencing. I think I'm going to mention that now since Mohammed has applied it in his work. I would mention what it does and how it works. It's very important we know that to make your life easy. So let me see L14. L14. Okay. So he picked this. So which means if the cell is greater than 17,000, this is a very good one, Mohammed. Very, very good one. What if any of these cells here are greater than 17,000, but instead of typing 17,000, he referenced this cell that has the 17,000 that it should show red. You
Okay.
get it? Now, the beautiful thing about this is, since he has picked this, if I should change this, whatever is in this 17,000 out to maybe like 20,000, the rule will change. If I change it to 25,000, the rule will change. If I reduce it to say 10,000, the rule will change. I'm going to explain that and show us how that works. Now I have mails. Okay, mails from Kogi. So I have to look for where I have Kogi and change this amount to say 10,000. Now let's observe how everything is going to change. Did you notice that the red became more? Hello, please unmute yourself. I
Okay.
think we're not a lot in this class, so it's fine if everybody's unmuted.
Can you
You
hear me?
notice that the red became more because
Yes.
yes, I can hear you now. He referenced
I'm
the
Mm.
here.
cell. Yes, he did not type it in. If he had typed it in, even if I change this, it may really not affect some other things. And then another thing too is, instead of the if you do not do absolute referencing, it could be shifting. I think I'm speaking too many English. I'm going to teach that. Just hold that for me. That I said I want to explain absolute and relative referencing and the advantages of them all. So I'm trying to see what he did here. Okay, he called the now function to check date and time together. Int now. This will not work. Let's see. Let's put this in bracket and see if it will work. It's not supported by some older version. Okay, still not supported anyways, but that's fine. Let me see this. Make this kind of bigger and then see it. Okay. Um, so chat title. We'll come to chat anyways. This is fine. I don't think I've touched chart in, but it's good. It's good. This is good work. And this is the uncleaned one, and this is the cleaned one. He applied the clean, and then he even substituted. Yep, that's good. Substituted. So you changed 2017 to 2018. Good work. Okay.
Yeah, please. I have a question on trim and proper.
Okay.
But
Just hold
is
it.
it
When I
okay?
open my own chart, just hold the question. When I open my own chart, let me close Mohammed's own now. I just wanted to see it. Though don't save anything, just close it the way it gave me. Let's just review it. Just that trim and proper, that's fine. I would go over it again. So this is Nancy. I see color. I like her coloring. A lot of pink. So I guess this is maybe a personal expense tracker for something like Always Pad, or I'm trying to think of businesses that use a lot of pink. Anyways, I like how she's playing with colors and everything. So this, I'm trying to see what she's done here. She's done some, and she's done some if here, so that's good. Okay, count if she wanted to do. I'm trying to figure out what she wanted to do. Some if she has not done count if, and the last assignment, I think. Don't save, close. So Nancy, if you get to watch this, please try your hands on the last one and let me know how it goes. Yep, this is Unit 2. This is your Unit. And, marks you didn't mean here. Oh, I see what you've done. You just arranged everything. I like it. I think I like this format where you just keep building on the work and adding and submitting. It doesn't matter. So all these are some if using the different places. You did count if here. Some if trim and proper. Okay. Okay. I see that you used it. I will explain it again since you're having issues with it. Trimming and removing. Did you do anything here? Okay, extra rows. So I guess yes, you removed yours. That's why it's not showing. Then I'm trying to figure out what you wanted to do here. Oh, clean and value. Value.
This one I missed
Okay.
it because I wasn't seeing the video. It wasn't clear enough for me, so I could not
Okay,
follow
no
up.
problem. We'll go over it again. So this one you have issues with clean and value, and you said trim and proper. Oh, Kano says she's in here. She can't hear anything. That's strange. Faith, please check your audio. I like to believe that I'm being heard. I like to believe I'm being heard. Okay. Let me see if I can connect my Bluetooth self. The Bluetooth device is ready to pair. Please connect. Please, Nancy, write in the chat if you can hear me now. Mohammed, also write in the chat if you can hear me, please. I want to be sure. Same goes for you, Miss. Please write in the chat and let me know if you can hear me. The Bluetooth device is connected successfully. Okay. Please let me know if you can hear me. I want to know if it's just Nancy so that she might have to log out and log in again. Please reply her in the group chat if you can hear me. All right, let's
Okay.
continue. Okay. So clean function and all right. So let's go back to trim and proper. Now, Uh, the trim is practically to take out extra spaces. To take out the extra spaces. That's trim. Then proper is just English, proper nouns. Some names and some words are supposed to begin with capital letters. However, even though some are supposed to begin with capital letters, if you see some of the words written here, like this Jennifer Mopez and what's not, it looks really odd and weird. Let me check. It looks like someone came in. Yeah, that's Nancy. She left and came back again. Nancy, I hope you can hear better now.
Yes, I can hear you
Yes,
now.
I can.
Thank you.
Okay, all right. So the trim practically takes out extra space, leaving just one space between words. Like see where I have this cow weed, there's so many space between them. I have this cow dung, there's just so many spaces between them. So it takes that out. And yeah, this proper just turns the first letter of the words of each word into capital letter, and the rest it takes them back to a lowercase. And I think we tried something that day. I'm gonna try it again if I remember. I think I did trim before proper and it worked. I don't know because I know most times in Excel there's always a format. One has to come first. Uh, is it okay? Okay, it worked. So this is trim before proper, and this is proper before trim. This one works. Either ways it works, trim and proper. That's one of the few. I was even surprised that it worked because in Excel I know that there has to be a format. Some functions have to come before some others. Like this one was just trim we did here. However, you notice something that this cow dung, is supposed to be like cow dung, right?
Mm.
Uh,
Yeah.
we if it was different, there's something called concatenation or whatnot. However, if I apply that here, it might be tricky because it is just one colon. They all fall under the A colon. Assuming the chi was in a different column, Ken was in another column, Pooh was another column. There's a way we bring them together. Um, let me put. I'm looking for some. Okay, let me do that. Let me write chi, Ken, Pooh here. Now I want to bring it here so that it shows as chicken poo. Now it will be equals to this, that's that cell. Then we use this and symbol. That and symbol is a concatenation, which means is the way you put two texts together. We do not use plus.
Together.
Plus is
Yes.
for numeric data. Yes. I think this one, let me see. Yes, it has worked. So, however, there's something else I want to do. Not just let me end this one here and then I'll do another one. My chicken self is even wrong. CHIC. Okay. Now, notice when I edit this one, it's edit because again, I'm referencing the cell. We call this relative referencing when you pick the cells just like this. I will come to absolute referencing later. Now I on this part I want to write chicken and poo, but I want there to be space between the chicken and the poo. So I will do the equals to this cell and this cell. I'll put and again, but this time I will now do something like this. Put quotation mark, put my space in the middle. Now quotation mark just covers something extra that you want to add. The quotation marks will not show except I put quotation mark inside quotation mark, otherwise it will not show. Then I will close that space with quotation mark. Now according to the number of spaces I want, it is the same number of space I will put in that quotation mark. Excuse me. Then I'll put this again and I'll pick this one. I think this should work. Let's see. Now see, it has written it as chicken poo with one space. Now if I come here where I have this quotation mark and I put comma inside that quotation mark, let me take out let me take out that space, because if I don't take out that space, the space will still appear. Anything you put there will appear. So let me just put comma there. When I click enter, see what happens. Chicken, comma, poo. So that's what concatenate does. This symbol. That's what it does. But I want space. If I put a lot of space like this now and I click enter, see what's happening? There's so much space between the chicken now and the poo. Control Z, Control Z, enter. So let me come back here and take them out. That's what the concatenate does. To add two words or letters or alphabets together, we use the and ampersand sign on the keyboard. In my keyboard, it is exactly where number 7 is. That's what we use. Okay, so that's the trim and proper that you spoke about. Now let's extra row. I think we were all good with extra row. The
No,
next
Gina,
one
can
we
you hear
had
me?
issue with from
Well, I still have a
yeah.
question on that trim and proper. Okay,
Okay,
imagine I'm given an Excel to work on, and the names are not properly
okay,
written. Then let me say the names are on the first column, which is the column A.
Okay.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay.
I can hear you.
Now we have the okay, we have the names I want to trim and
Just give me
proper
a random name. Let
on
me use
column
G and
A.
H. Give me random. Give me random name. Let me put it on G. Let's do an
Okay.
example as you're saying.
Okay, let's say Dami Maya. Can you hear me?
Dami.
Maya.
Yes, Dami Maya like this.
Yes.
Like
No,
this.
no, 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 no. No, no. Separate them. Separate the Maya. After the
Want
Dami,
them in
separate the
different
Maya.
columns.
No, not same column.
Same column, but with a
Same
space.
column. Yes. Yes, with a space.
Like this.
Yes. Okay.
Okay.
Now come down. We have Anna Jason.
And Jason. Like just using a space to separate
Yes.
them, right?
Yes. Yes. Just a space. Then we have Taylor Swift.
Taylor Swift.
Okay. Now
Okay.
on the column H, we have
Okay.
their specific salaries.
Okay.
Maybe $10, $20, $80.
Okay.
Okay, now let me say I'm giving an Excel maybe to work on something, and I want to
Okay.
make the names to
Surname
be
and
yes,
to be
yes. I
different,
want
right?
to yes to be okay.
To be
Now,
different. You want
no,
them to
not
be
to be
different. Is that
different. No, no, not to be different. I want to make them in and how do I put it? Like I want to trim them. I want to make it in a proper what's it called? Proper order. Like what we did at the first example you gave, where you said the rock. I want to make
mm,
that Damimaya. I want to be a capital D, and the rest should be in small letters. Then the M a capital M.
it's the same thing. Just do equal to proper.
Now, yes. What I'm trying to say is that I'm having an Excel like this. I want the names to be
Mm-hmm.
trim and proper. I go to I go to column F, or let me say this column G is actually a column A, and now I create a new column. I did this trim and proper, and then I went back to delete the old column which does not have the correct names or the proper names.
It will go out.
So how do I make it not to go out?
All you do is okay. Let me see if I remember that thing. Hold on. Close. Enter. And just like this. Okay. Like this right now, right? If I delete
Mm-hmm.
this one,
Yeah.
it's going to affect this one, right? Control
Yes.
Z. So what you do, let me see if I can remember. You do this and right click and oh, I'm trying to. How did I teach this thing that time? There's a way you have to change it. Let me see. Hold on, I would remember it, but it can be done. It can be done. Let's say copy and enter. Control Z, Control Z. All right. See, now that you've done this one with the formula, all
Mm.
you have to do is it,
Okay.
copy it, then come to another column and paste only the values. So notice here now, this one no longer has formula. It's no longer showing any formula. It's just showing the name. Then I can
Okay.
now decide to delete this entire. I hope I don't have anything there. I can now delete this. So you see, now I have
Okay.
everything and they do not have the formula.
Okay.
So even these ones that I've done here, assuming I really want this one, thank you for asking that question, because it's very, when you are editing, you don't want to keep the other one. Sometimes you don't want to keep it
Yes.
once it's
Yeah.
done. So like this one now, yeah, you can just copy and paste it as values only, because there are different pasting options. So when you are pasting, just paste only the values and you are good to go. Okay.
All right. Thank you very much.
Okay.
You're welcome.
Hold on, just give me a minute. Okay. All right. So we'll go to clean. I think here you had some issues, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, we had some issues. Now, cleaning, sometimes in Excel, there are some unprintable characters. Now, if you look into my A18, you are seeing that there's something between 121 and 211. Now, see, watch what's going to happen. If I double click on it, it's no longer showing. I can't even see it. Say, oh, I want to do magic and remove that particular thing now that is causing this issue. I can't even find it to remove it, and I don't even know what kind of symbol it is. If I go out, it is showing. If I click on it, I can't see it.
Okay.
It's as if magically it disappears, but it is there. That is where your clean function comes into play and is very helpful. It practically just removes unprintable characters that you don't need in Excel. Now, why the clean and value is important is it is one thing to clean a data, it's another thing to make it into a numeric data that you can use. For text like this, I'll just do equals to clean and select this, close this, and I'm done. You see, so easy, straightforward, and you're good to go. For text, they are fine. Now for figures, I'm going to take everything here and delete it. Now notice that I have added a function here of sum that is going to add everything I have here. So I'm just going to use the clean, just clean. Oops, just clean. I wonder who this is. Oh, it's my group meeting. We will have to wait. So I have this clean. Now it looks like I've cleaned it, right? You can see that that symbol is no longer there.
It's no longer there.
But
Yes.
notice nothing is happening. It's not being calculated, and that's because it is still not a numeric value. Okay, let me come here now and change it to number. I have changed it from here to number. Oh. It is still not seeing it as number. It's still not adding anything. So it makes no difference what I do. And for Excel, only texts are at the left hand side of Excel. No, numbers are usually at the right hand side. They move towards the right hand side, as you can see. They move towards the right hand side. That one has. I want something that doesn't have anything. See how it shifted. Let me even reduce it so that we can see it properly. See this 765. See the how it's displayed. It's different from this other one. Okay, so what I will now do here is to use the value and clean. Let me see. I've forgotten the format. I've forgotten which one comes first. I'm just going to try them and get it. I'll take value first. Then I will put clean inside and select this. That, oh, I want you to turn it into a value. I think it's clean first that comes. Anyways, doesn't matter. If it doesn't work, oh, it works.
Let's see.
So which means value comes first before clean. See, it has automatically shifted this way.
Can
So
we try
value
clean
comes
before
before.
value?
It won't work. It
Okay.
won't work.
Value
Like I
comes
told you, that
before.
trim and proper. Don't worry, in Excel,
Mm.
I've come to understand something in Excel. You don't cram the functions. When you have need for the functions, believe me, you'll be shocked. You will be able to use it. You even mix and see when you think you've known Excel, like me, I've done like 3, 4 different Excel training, and I think I thought I knew Excel. In this my data science and AI class, we did Excel again, and then part of the class I was like, hey, hey God, is this one still Excel? If not for the fact that Excel has the limit of the amount of data it can work on, Excel is a fantastic app. Like Excel, you don't even need Power BI. Those your modeling you do, I think I'm even going to add to our curriculum, but later I will take out, I might create a separate group for people that are always attending, or people that I know that even if you don't attend, they usually go back to the videos and watch. And if you are here, you're like that, please, if you can get your hands on a laptop, just try and be sending, small, small assignments. That's where I know whether you are having issues or you are following or whatnot. Because I may even add to the curriculum. Excel is amazing. The things you can do in Excel then. People, let's be going small, small. So you see how this works now. If you try clean before
Clean
value,
before
won't work.
value. So work. Okay.
Won't work. So first of all, you are telling Excel that convert it to a figure for me, and then clean it if you find any unprintable. Aha. So that's it. Then the substitute function, I didn't see whether you had any issues with it, but Mohammed actually did the substitute function. Did someone come into class? I'm having a beep like someone came in. Yes, Mohammed came back in. I guess network took him out. Maybe he went to pray. All right, so let's go back. This is mine. So Mohammed did substitute, I saw it. And if you've watched the previous video, I made mention of this election brouhaha that we are having. That, although Nigeria is, we have a lot of tech savvy Nigerians right now, so it might still not have worked, but it would have been even better, like better than the show of shame they did with paper. I mean, if they had done something like this, myself, yourself, all of us, we don't have access to INEX file to actually check and see if they wrote codes to do substitution, because they could have substitute. Like here, this was my original list, if I remember very well. I now said to it, this is where I added it. I said substitute B5. I said it should substitute. This was my original. I said substitute anywhere you see faith, replace faith with Mohammed. That's what I told you. So if you notice all the parts, you would see faith here.
It's
This, if this
mine.
was an election, Mohammed has won. Faith self does not even have people that voted for her. Meanwhile, in the original list, if you notice, we have one, two, three, four. Let me even
Mhm.
count it. No, let me do equals to. Okay, equals to count this for me. Um, it's not supposed to count in this place. I don't know how this thing works. I'm even forgetting. But whatever, Sha, it may not work. It won't work. But this is not the this thing. I'll have to go back. I think I've done it before. So practically, if I tell it to count faiths for me here, it will count one, two, three, four faiths for me. And Mohammed is just one. But this
Mhm.
is, let me change this now. But in this data, Mohammed is now, let me put conditional
Fine.
formatting. Color skills. Mm, okay, let me put highlight sales rules. Text that contains, can't I just select Mohammed? Okay. Few weeks. Okay, that's fine. Okay. All right. So here now it's easy to see. Mohammed is now 5, which means Faith's 4 votes added to Mohammed's own to make it 5. So when you go to the bank and you say, "Oh, I've gotten married though," because it's women that do that a lot. "I've gotten married though, and right now I want to change my name." What they do for you is find and replace. They find your name, they do substitute. They just substitute your name and every other thing changes. When you go to any of their branch anywhere in the world, it is the new one that will now be showing. And that is why they request for those many documents, because it's a very
Mm.
sensitive issue. So they don't make mistake and all those things. So it's the same thing we did here. But here it was just a simple substitute. As you can see, it was um just one substitute that appeared. One substitute appeared because I only did one substitute. I said substitute Faith for Mohammed. That's all. In this particular one, two substitutes are appearing because I actually changed. I said, okay, you know what? Anywhere you see Faith, put Mohammed. However, anywhere you see Ola, put
That's
Faith.
it.
So this is a case of PDP, APC, and LP. Labour Party were just there. They don't want to bribe the people that are doing tech. PDP, Mohammed say anywhere you see Faith, anywhere you see APC, put
Who
PDP.
say labor no dey give bribe abeg.
Shishi. They said it
APC on
themselves
its
now. Then they
own,
give shishi.
Now all
APC
na scam.
and they tell you APC on its own and now said, okay, you know what? Because they know they cannot do PDP because they feel like, oh, we are two big giants. So they said, don't worry, we already have a large number. Because if you notice, Faith has a large number. They are very sure of their place in this election. They say, you know what? Let me take from LP. Anywhere you see Ola, put my name. So assuming it was only Faith that bribed, Faith would have gotten like three others joined to her own. She would have had 7. However, it is now a game of who bribe pass. So here you will see Faith appearing. Faith did not even appear where her name originally was. Oh. She's not appearing in somebody else's name. They did not even bother bribing for Gina because they know Gina does not have votes. It's just one. So I believe all those people, that all those parties that will have 20 votes, leave them with their measly 20 votes. Let them have 20 votes. We are not bothered about that. We don't want to spend our money there. Now it now looks like only Faith and Mohammed
Moment, yeah.
did
That's
this
it.
election. Meanwhile, Ola came. In fact, Ola even had more votes originally than Mohammed. So that's what this substitute does. So if I'm going to substitute 3 items, you will have 3 substitutes. If you are going to substitute for 4 items, you're going to have 4 substitutes. And it's very simple. You just equal to substitute, open bracket, substitute, open bracket, substitute, open bracket, substitute, open bracket, substitute. Just like that. You keep opening all the substitutes. The way you've opened them, the first substitute will work for the first one you are changing. The second one will work for the second one. The third one will work for the third one, and so on. That's how the substitute works. Check the last video and you will see all the practice I did for that one. Now let's come to, I think I also touched this one. I don't know how well I touched it. I know I touched this one, like something here. I think I touched this one. Now for this one is why the banks, they don't ask you, and some other establishment, they don't ask you for your age. They just ask you for your date of birth. With your date of birth, they automatically know your age. All these things here has been programmed into their system and the way it works. Okay. Now, if you ask any child in primary school that has done calendars and dates and that knows how to use it, there are questions that come in maths like if Mr. Okoro was born in 1900 and he died in 2001, how old was he when he died? This simply means you will use this new year when he died, which is the bigger number, and subtract the former one and you will get his age. It's the same
Yes.
thing, it's the same exact thing that Excel does for you. Excel will say, okay, since this is the person's date of birth, use today, this age. And that was where I did that int today. int today simply means show me, and I'm wondering why, what's happening here. Copy. Why it's showing like that? Paste. Uh-huh. So why is it now showing like this here? Let me delete this. Okay. Uh-huh. So this is the formula. I just wrote it here. But if I copy this one, if I just do equals to today, it will give me date. To the equals to today gives me date. Then equals to now. I didn't type it completely. Uh, right? Equals. Equals to now. Equals to now will give you today's date and time, which means real time, because you said now. So it's telling you, oh, now is the 18th of November 2023, and it is 20 hours 22 minutes, which in 24-hour clock is 8:22 p.m. Okay, so what we need is actually just today. We need today to subtract the date of birth. However, remember that there are some small calculation, because the reason why there's this 365 here, there's that 365 because ideally or usually most of the time there are 365 days in a year, which means that int today minus that is going to give you, let me even just do it here, equals to int simply says I want you to display it as a number for me. Now today, yeah, this is the today thing. Then you put your minus sign and select this column and just close the bracket. How many brackets have I closed now? Enter. Now see what it gave to us. 24,205. This person has lived for 24,205 days. That's what it means. So Excel is, because you said integer, that's why it's showing you like this. If you do not put integer, then you're going to get a number that you cannot even explain. So what Excel has done, since you gave it that today minus that day, and you want it as an integer, it has given you the number of days. So this person has lived for, let me move it down. Aha, you see it has moved. This person has lived for 24,205 days, while this person has lived for 29,863 days. And for someone that has lived 96 years, it means if someone dies at the age of 96 years, the person died at the age of about 35,000 something days. Now, take into consideration that this person was actually the on the 11th, 17th of November that this person was born. So this gives us an almost accurate time even till now. Today is 18th, right? So which means by tomorrow, this number, if I
Yes.
leave my system and come back tomorrow and this formula is still here, because I've already written it in real time, Excel is going to update it. It is now going to show 35,066 days, which means it will be counting for us. Okay, so in order to get the age and not the days, which means you want to get the years, you are saying years. So when we say age, we actually say how old are you, how many years have you lived on earth, not how many days. We don't count in days. Because of that, you will come back to this formula here and do, oh please, sorry Excel, let me go back into this last bracket and say, oh please, oh, when you've done this, I want you to divide this by 365 days in a year. Enter. You see, it has changed to 66. Now if I drag it to the other side, to change it back to the years they had. Do we understand this age now?
Actually,
Okay. Using count, I'm trying to remember something, equals to v look up. I want to check for something. Okay, equals to v look up value. I want it to look for this, comma, and table array. I want it to look everything here. I'm just trying something. Then I will explain it belong. Index number one, and let me close comma. I want exact match. Let me close this and see if it works. Hmm. But I picked it now as first one. Now what's wrong with VLOOKUP? Now what I'm trying to do is let me put name here. Let me put names here and then I will explain what I'm trying to do. Mary, Paul, Rachel, Rachel, Christy, Mark. Okay, I have all this. So what I'm trying to do with VLOOKUP here is to tell it to go look up for the name of the person with that ID. So I'm going to change it. So VLOOKUP value is this. I want it to be this. Um, table array. Let me change this table array to everything from here. Okay, and let me change this one to 2 and false and enter. Oh, VLOOKUP, is that what you're doing now? Change this one to 3. Okay. Oh, this 365 is amazing. It's it's amazing. I don't know, it changed. Oh, okay, did not change anything, nonsense. Let me even make mistake before. See, this is VLOOKUP. I know I've not said it in the class, but I was going to, so I might as well start. Now, VLOOKUP, like the name lookup, is a lookup function in Excel. We have VLOOKUP, we have index match, we have HLOOKUP. Now, VLOOKUP, basically, you send it on an errand and say, see, you have account numbers, right? When you go to the bank, all they'll tell you is write your account number on a piece of paper for me. Nobody cares about your name. They don't want to know your name. Now, what they do is that they feed your account number to the system, and the system runs and check your number against your details. Everybody's number is unique. So we could say in their database, account number is a primary key. It is unique. There's no duplicate. No two people have the same account number. Otherwise, there's going to be problem. Now, um, I've said, okay, go into the system and look for the name of the customer that has the customer ID 10002 for me. So I'm going to take this out entirely, delete it, and then we're going to do it. Let me just try do it. Now, equals to use VLOOKUP, you simply call up the function. So you see, it looks for a value in the leftmost column of the table. Practically, for VLOOKUP expects that what you are looking for should be, you see where we have birth date here, it should be here at the leftmost part. However, sometimes what we are using to search, I'm not using date of birth to search. If I was using date of birth to search now, it's fine. But I'm not using date of birth to search. I'm using customer ID to search. You get it? And because I'm using customer ID to search, it means automatically in my head, I will turn customer ID now to column 1, even though it is not column 1. So that's why um data analysts and data scientists and people using it, they don't really use VLOOKUP much because it has so many limitations. VLOOKUP expects you to know the um, index number of what you're looking for as per the column number. You need to put it in your head and cram it. VLOOKUP expect that that thing you are searching for, it should be at the leftmost part. There should be nothing close to it. It doesn't work like that in especially when you're working with big data. Nobody has that time. So if I have 35 column, I have to be cramming the number of each column name. It's not something I even want to even think about doing. However, that doesn't mean VLOOKUP is not interesting. So now I'm going to use VLOOKUP to look for say let me this one we can see it by side. I don't want us to be able to see it by the side. So I'm going to take this out, delete. I'm going to copy these ones here, copy, and I'll paste them here, paste. Now that I've pasted it, I can no longer see the names, but I need the names. Maybe my boss just comes and say, please, Gina, see all these customer ID numbers. I need the names of these customers. I need it urgently. I could just write a simple VLOOKUP. I'm like, okay, VLOOKUP. What am I looking for? I'm looking for it here. And comma. Where am I looking for it from? I'm looking for it from um B. I think it's B. B. Where did this number even start from self? Is it B1? No need. Since I've not put it in a table, there's no need. Comma. Let me just come here jejely and select everything. Select everything. And then I'll put comma. Now it's asking me the column index number. That thing you want me to check. It's in which number? Now, name is in under D. If I had used date to search, D is actually number 4. It's supposed to be number 4. That's the fourth column. But because my number, or rather my customer ID number, is on column 2, VLOOKUP will automatically pick it as your first column. This your date of birth does not concern VLOOKUP again, because like I told you, what you are going to use as reference, VLOOKUP expects that it is your first column. So I'm like, okay, no problem. Since you have picked that as my first column, which means D is now my third column. So I say, okay, go under column 3. Then I put comma. Then we have a true and false. Now the true says, in case you do not find that exact number, help me look for it. Maybe I'm the one that is mistaken. Just help me look for it and find something that is close to it. While false says, no, I don't want that. Find me the exact number. If you don't find it, return me as not available or an error. So I'm going to take false. That's ideal. Just because it's just like saying you forgot, or you switched one digit in your account number. I'm saying no, if it's not that account number, don't send any money to it. It must be that exact account number. So if you I wish they even had something like that, maybe in the system itself. Our money will not be hanging. My 11,000 has been hanging in GT Bank since last year June, for just one digit wrong account number. I don't work at bank. I don't tire yourself, in fact. So see, it is showing me not available. What have I done wrong now? Did I give it this? I picked it from here. Did I give it the data? I gave it the data array. Did I give it the column number correctly? I did. I gave it the column number. Or is it because I selected everything? Let me come here and see. VLOOKUP is so restricting. It's annoying. Okay, let's enter again. See, just because this one is not the first column, and I selected this particular column, That is why VLOOKUP showed me error. So now all I do is drag and it will give me their names. Okay, and that's that. That's an extra VLOOKUP. And then we have this. Okay, I think I gave this as class task that I said you should do. So Eunice, Nancy, and any other person watching, I think people are owing me this. The only person that has done this for me now is Mohammed, if I'm not
Mohammed.
mistaken. So I hope I've thrown more light in case you're having issues. Now you understand why I used the for this one self. Notice this particular one, there are three things you have to do here. I even dropped the formula at the bottom. You're supposed to do clean, value, and substitute, which means you are not only cleaning it, you are also substituting for it, and you're doing some other functions. Let's come to this table, data modeling assessment. I'm practically using some of my old materials. What were we supposed to do here? Oh, you see, I even went ahead. I went ahead and did it already. This is where they use VLOOKUP. So you see, it's just the simple VLOOKUP. They are like, please, oh, find the names for the following IDs. So let's do the formula again. So it sticks. So you do equals to VLOOKUP, and we select this comma. Now the range. I've forgotten the name of this table. Let me go back and delete everything. I think it was a table. I don't like looking up and down. I want to see table design. Okay, the table is called revenue, and the name is number 2. Now for this one, it will work very perfectly. Can you tell me why this one will be a perfect workout for me? Is anybody there? Tell me why this would be perfect, why it will work and it will not give me error.
Because what you're actually looking for, which is the customer ID, is already on your left or it's on the
Exactly.
first column.
It's the first column, so it is a perfect thing. Now I'm going to just erase everything here. I don't want anything there, so that will do it again. Now for this one, because it's a table, please, I think I said that in the first or second class, always make your data into a table. It is easy for calling out. And when you make it into a table, please give it a name you can remember. Like this one now is revenue. So all I would do is equals to VLOOKUP, because I don't want to be going scrolling up and down. Imagine if you have um how do I do? Imagine if you have a lot of data. Can't be doing that. So VLOOKUP, I want you to look for this lookup value. Now I'm going to just call the table revenue. Everything here is my range. Everything. Once I just call the name of the table, you see it is already selected. Now I would say comma. It's asking me for the column. Now for this index column, I want um 2, because basically that's where we are going to. And comma, I want false. I want it to be false. Now I close and I've gotten the name. So I'm like, oh, okay, sir, I've gotten the name. Oh, it is something something something
Is it
Cooper. Oh, that's the name of the person. So I've gotten this. So I want to do same for country now. Let me see. Aha, because it's still showing false. It's still showing 2. So all I just do here is change 2 to 3, because I remember vividly that what happened. If you look up B16 is yeah, I like this. So see what happened here now is when I shifted it, remember that this is A16. When I move this way, it now changed A16 to B16, because what I did was relative referencing. So I would delete this, I will come back here and delete this. And then I will tell it an instruction that, see, I want you to lock down the column. Do not move from, in fact, not the column self. Don't lock down the column. Move column, but lock down the row. So let me go and do this. Equals to V lookup again, command. Where I have this lookup value now, I would put I think it's shift F4. What is that thing? Is it from shift F3, F4? What is that locking this thing? I don't want to type. I don't want to type. If I can't find it, I'm going to type it myself. Equals to V lookup. It's actually the dollar sign, but I know there's a shortcut for it. Let me pick this first and come back and do this now. Shift F3. It's not shift F3. I will find it, yeah. There's a shortcut for it. Let me try. Shift F4. It's not F4. Right. I'm just going to do the short cut, the long cut. But I will find it and I will send it on that group. Like I said, don't cram it to. So it is like this. However, I want it to lock down so that this does not shift. This particular one
So
will
it's
not, it can
actually
go.
control plus shift plus 4.
Okay, control shift and 4. It didn't work. Hold on, I'm coming. Control shift F4. That's not it. Control shift and 4. Still didn't work. No need. I would put it myself. Don't kill me. So now we need to figure out, are we locking the A? Yes, we are locking A. So I am going to do my dollar sign here. I want to lock A1. I don't want to lock the 16. I just want to lock it in this column so that it can go from A, can move from A to from A16 to A17 to A this. Let's see whether this will work. Comma, table array revenue, comma 2, comma false. Okay. This thing can't just allow somebody make small mistake in peace. Okay, enter. Okay, it worked. So let me see it now. Oh, it's still giving me name. Control Z. Come back here. Unlock this one. Unlock A116. Unlock this one. Let me see how this will go. Enter. It still moved to B. Control Z. Control Z. Control Z. Let me go back. I will get it. That shortcut has always eluded me. Let me see. Enter. Okay. Please what? Still give me Isaac Cooper. Okay, let me change here and see. Enter. Oh, it works. Okay. So it means the formula works. So what I just did, I'm going to take it out and redo it again so that we see it. What I just did now is called absolute referencing. That's what Mohammed did. I saw it in one of his assignments. Remember I mentioned, I said that was a very good one. Now, what absolute referencing does for you is that it locks down a cell and say, you know what, Excel, for everything I'm going to do, I'm going to be working from this particular cell. please do not move, because if you shift, that's what you're unlike relative referencing will move. As you are moving, it moves. It is changing the cell, it's changing the rows, it's changing the column as you go on. So I'm going to do that again. Equals to v look up. I now did selected this. I am definitely going to go check. Maybe it's my keyboard that's having that issue. You know, maybe it's my keyboard that's having that issue of the referencing thing. Comma 2. Now, why this 2 is not changing is because I typed it in, and this is the problem that VLOOKUP has. Assuming there was a way for me to reference a cell instead of the 2, say assuming it allowed me to pick the column, maybe just pick one thing from there. Once I move to country, it will automatically shift and change to country. But because I typed it myself, Excel will hold it permanently like that. Let's again now. I've skipped a. I'm gonna go back and do revenue. Okay, and call this as false. So once you add this dollar sign, now please note the way the dollar sign is added. You add $1 before the row, before the column, and $1 before the row. However, there's a shortcut for it, so you don't have to be adding this. I'm just going, if I find it, I will send it on the group so that you try it. I'm thinking it's my keyboard. Maybe there's another thing I'm supposed to do on my keyboard instead of that. Now let's see whether it's going to move this way. Aha. That's why I do not like, I absolutely do not like, what's it thing called? I don't like VLOOKUP. These are the challenges of VLOOKUP. If I change this one to 3 now, it will work. It will work. However, because I have locked this, it means when I keep going down, as I keep going down, see, Excel will still lock that formula for me. Excel will still lock it for me. It will still lock it. In other words, I've told Excel now that Excel, oh, don't worry, you can move from A to B to C to D to E, but please do not shift from this cell. So that's it. I'm going to find something that we're going to do with it that makes it even more interesting than this VLOOKUP. That's absolute referencing, I mean. Something that has to do with calculation. Let me add the, let's go to that original, the one, no, the two. Yeah, the two was more. So let's use the two. Let's say this Ctrl Z. Discounted transport. Okay, so what I want to do now is assuming, just assuming, no, not that it has happened though, but assuming that the company, the imaginary company we all are working for, decided that don't worry, we are going to be taking care of a certain percentage of all your transport fare from for the month. So that way you don't have to bother, come to work. We will pay a certain percentage across for everybody. Let's say the company wants to pay 20%. Okay. Say they want to pay 20. See where I wrote 20% now. Say the company wants to pay 20% for us. And can I make this bigger? Yes, I want to make it bigger so we all can see it. Can reduce this. Can reduce this. I want us to see everything we are doing. And definitely reduce this. Don't need this much space. Gender reduce. This one reduce. I want it bigger so we can see it. So what I want to do on this discounted transport now is what we call a calculated column. Now we are doing it just one. When we go to Power Query, because there's Power Query, and now I've learned something that's called Power Pivot or Power Pivot in Excel. We still do that one. But if it's Power Query, you just do one and it automatically populates for you. But for this one now, so what I'm going to do is say equals to our weekly transport times, what is that, my times, this thing sef, times 20%. I think this should do it. Enter. See, it is doing whatever I don't know, but it's fine. Oh, now see what happened here. This is the original one that works with our K8. See what happened here. This one went to K9. Please be looking. Oh, K10, K11, K12, K13, 14. It was just picking whatever thing it was picking, sha. For this one, I can picture what it picked. It picked here, this times whatever this person was making here. Now, the reason why this happened is because we did relative referencing. If I do not want all these things to happen, I will come back here, where I have K8. Did someone come into class? I think so. Or somebody left or came in. I don't know. Let me go back and continue. If I do not want all these issues to happen that happened here, I will lock down this cell doing absolute referencing. I'll say, you know what, please, I want you to multiply everything with only this 20%. Don't shift. And I say enter. You see, it has automatically calculated it for us. You know why it calculated it for us and it did not give us headache? Because I have turned this into a table. When your data is in a table, Excel does a lot of work for you that ordinarily it would not do. You see, the autofill option is automatically
The
there.
Bluetooth device is connected successfully.
What took you out in the first place? Please confirm that you can hear me before I go on. I don't want to talk to
Yes, I can
myself.
hear you.
So that is the beauty of absolute referencing. I know we did not really see it much in the VLOOKUP because VLOOKUP comes with its own challenges and whatnot. But now you can see it with, so which means instead of Eunice spending 5,000 naira weekly, the company is now going to be taking care of 20% of that money, which is 1,000. And your transport, let's call this new transport, which you will now be spending every week, will now be equals to your original transport minus your discounted transport. Enter. So which means instead of you paying what's it called? Instead of you spending 5,000, you will now be spending 4,000 naira every week. So the company is like, I've tried for you now. I've actually, taken some out for you. And then this person here now be saying, it's not fair now. Why are they paying 1,000 naira for Eunice and they are paying, what's it called? They are paying 240 naira to me. It's not fair. What will I do with 240 naira? Hello? It was not done because they liked Eunice. It was done because a certain percentage was added across everybody's own. Do we get that? Okay, there's something I'm looking for here. If I can find it, I would explain it. Oh yeah, I found it. So I'm going to go back now and teach you something amazing. You know, like I said, I'm learning new things, and as I'm learning it, I will be I will be teaching it here also. Let me move this. So let me borrow from this data. In fact, I'll just duplicate it. I think I can duplicate. Move or copy, create a copy and create it at the end. I want a copy of this exact data. So it is here. So from this exact data now, I will clean out all the things I don't need. Things like all these ones, I don't need them. There's something different I want to do. Oh, it's going to affect me somewhere. I just know it's going to affect me somewhere. Yes, it's going to affect me. Control Z, I better come back. Okay, I know what I can take out. I can take out all this, but I didn't use them. I don't think I use them for my data validation. I can also take this one out to delete. I don't need for my, I didn't use it for my data validation. Okay, now let's go and say this. Delete. Let me put this here. Say 50%. I'm just going to write this here. Um, Budget. This was not. I didn't even know about. I didn't know that this thing that I'm teaching you now existed in Excel before. So, like I said, Excel is amazing. Like I didn't learn this in all the Excel I ever did, do ever. Okay, I didn't even know it. Like Excel is just amazing. I don't even know. I don't know how best to say it. I can't sing their praises enough. Excel is amazing. Now this I want to make red. Make okay. Now this is was actually supposed to be transport, but I'm going to change some things. Instead of weekly transport, I'm going to call this salary. Let's say this salary was what people were receiving before, 10,000. I'm just going to increase it. Mm, okay. Now that is your what's it called? What yeah. So this new transport, I don't think I need it. I don't need it. I'm just going to delete everything from here. Delete. Boom. Delete. And delete this column. Good. So now, and also for me and delete this column. I want you close to me. Delete. Delete. Come close to me. Good. Let me make this 30,000. It's too small. All right. I'll call this new salary. Okay. Then I will empty this entire cell. Just stay with me. All right. So now, say we all are working for a particular company. This one is not the fact that we are paying transport. This one, nobody is paying transport. This one is now salary. It has changed. Now, the company now decides that, COVID or after COVID or transport in Nigeria has increased or things, cost of living is increasing or our staff are doing a fantastic job. We want to increase. This is what companies do real time that I'm telling you now. Now they say we want to
Mm.
increase salary, everybody's salary by 50%. But we don't want to spend more than 30,000. Yeah, I'm going to put equals to sum of
Gina, the line is
what was
breaking.
this? My line is breaking. Can you hear me better now?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Is it
Yes,
better
it's
now?
better.
Okay. So I
Yes, I
want to
can hear
put
you.
okay, I want to put a calculated column there. Enter. Okay. So here now I said it should calculate the total of all the new salary. The total of the new salary. Um no, I don't just want total of new salary. So I'm going to do equals to, let me put that here. Excuse me. Excel is fantastic. You just have to do the manipulation. So I want to put the sum here equals to sum. Enter. Okay. Equals to sum of everything here. Enter. Okay. So this one now will have the total of your new salary here, right? So I want Excel to do something for me here to say equals to this minus this, which means equals to your no, it should be this equals to, I did it the wrong way, equals to this minus this, because I'm assuming that that one is going to be bigger. It's showing red because it's a negative sign, but it doesn't matter, ignore it. Now that this here would show me how much the company has spent, while I will compare it against the budget. I still think my budget is too small. Let me put it 100,000 because I've put 50% there. 50% is a lot. Okay.
It's
So the company
30%.
said,
30%.
no, 50%. I wrote 50% here.
Okay.
Not, I don't want to use 20%. I want to use 50%. See, let me explain what I'm trying to do. There's something called seek. Like, Excel is so fantastic. I am a company owner. We are all company owners since we are here, and we are like, see, we want to increase salary so that people are happy. But in increasing salary, we don't want the increment total to pass 100,000.
Okay.
Like when you put all the increments for everybody's salary together,
Together. Yeah.
it should not be more than
Total should
100,000.
be 100.
Our money increased. The company owners know that it is only 100,000 that they increased for everybody's money. But they do not know what percentage
To give out.
to use to calculate this thing so that it will give them exactly 100,000. Now,
100,000.
to get the new salary, I will do equals to this times this. Let me add, this one will give me the percentage, right? Then I'll say, okay, when you get this, everything in this bracket will give me a percentage, like 50% of 10,000. Then I'm like, okay, when you get that, then add the original amount so that it will now give me the total. Enter. So you see 15,000, right? Which is correct because the 50% is supposed to be what's it called? So all I have to do now is not autocorrect. I want to do autofill now. Can't you? Nah, because I deleted that thing. So I did it like this. Okay. Why is there value here? What happened here? Control Z. Oh, I know what happened again. It is that what's it called though? That relative referencing. It kept shifting, shifted from here to here, shifted from here to here, shifted from here to here to budget. Budget was the one showing us value that time. So I need to again, I forgot. I need to do absolute referencing. I'm happy we are doing this today because it's making us see the beauty of absolute referencing. Now let me do it again now and see. This time we should not have that error. See, we did not have that error. That absolute referencing is very important, please. It's very, very important. Now, this is the new salary. The new salary total came to this. And remember that here I did a numerical is that from me or from someone? Not from me. I did a numerical difference calculation here. So you can see now that if we go by 50%, the company will be spending 336,850 naira every month. But the company said they don't want to spend more than 100,000. Oh. So let me come here now and say, okay, okay, I'm reducing this to 30%. Enter. It has reduced, but it is still 202,000. So does that mean I have to be reducing every time by myself? It has come. How long am I going to be doing this up and down calculation? It is a lot. So enter what we call seek. It is under your data. When you click on data, come to, I think it was what if, yes, under the what if analysis. When you come to data, please just click on data, you see what if analysis. When you click on it, you see this goal seek. Now this says find the right input for the value you want. So now I'm like, Excel, okay, you don't catch me. You know, that's what they say, oh, you don't catch me, you don't catch me, oh, yeah, help me. I say, okay, Excel, please help me. So Excel says, uh, what do you want to set? And I'm like, oh, I want to set this place, where I have this thing. I want to set it to this value, or let me enter it myself. I want to set it to 100,000, and what I want you to change is this. Change this so that this one will turn to 100,000. I'm like, okay, go. Can you see it?
15%.
Did you see that? Only Excel has calculated it, and Excel say, oh, I know what to do for you. All you need to do is increase everybody's salary by 15%. And then the next day, management will just come and say, good news, everybody in the company is increasing everybody's salary by 15%. When companies are increasing, they just don't sit one more and increase. Oh, they actually have a budget that they want that increment, the extra money that is going, they are going to spend, to fall under. So see, Excel has done it for you. Because really, am I supposed to be doing my, okay, I did 50%, I will now do 49%, 48, 47. Are you getting it? Now see if it has done it for me. Let me change this one let me say I want this to be 200,000 now. So I will come back to goal seek again. Remember what if analysis, and I'll say, ah, Excel, please come, I have a job for you. I want to change this to 200. It's you do actually help companies. It helps a lot. Now, if a company, this is a problem I just solved. Assuming a company meets me and I'm the data analysis person, I'm like, please, oh, you're the one that knows data. See, we want to increase salary. But even in the increasing salary, we know that the economy is biting everybody. As much as we want to increase, we do not want to go into bankruptcy or whatever. So we want to increase within this safe space. What percentage should we use? You don't have to carry calculator and start calculating in your head. Just tell them that you are coming. They should give you what they want. They should give you their salary list. And you come back and you tell them. And when the accountant type, the accountant is like, wow, amazing. And you've done that. Any question from that one first before I move on?
I think
Hello, Faith.
you wanted to solve another example whereby you said 200,000 was your budget. Can you do that again?
Okay, you didn't see it when I did it, eh? Let me do that
Please do
again.
it again.
Okay. I think I went back. All right. So what I said now is, since I've changed this one to 200,000, I want this one here to be in fact, let me change this to 250. In fact, 250 is too big, so let me change to 222,000 point 59 kobo. I'm just going to do this now. So you see, I've given it, if I've made it even more complicated sef. Now I'll go back to, remember it's on under data, click on what if
What
analysis,
is
go to goal seek.
this?
Now Excel says which cell are you checking? So I will say this cell. I want this cell to be set to 222,000 point 59 kobo. So to the exact amount you want. And he said, okay, you want me to do this. Where do you want me to change that is going to help you do this? And I said, okay, I want you to come here and change this percentage. And I click OK. So you see, Excel has calculated it as 33%, which means, oh, if I increase everybody's, oh, Control Z. I did not save
It's
it.
19.
I did not save it. I need to go back. So I need to do the seek again. No seek.
Data.
Mm. So Excel has
Okay.
told you, so no need save, no need going back there. Just come here and change here. I just remember now. Hmm? What happened now? I thought it was supposed to change. Go seek. Change. I want to change. It's not this. This is not the one I want to change. What I want to change is this one, and I want to change it to 222.00.59 by changing this one. Okay. Okay. So you see, it has worked now. So Excel has calculated it for us. It is
It
33%.
looks okay.
So now this is
I
now
think I see
equals to
19%.
my budget. So now you have, when companies say, oh, for the year we are making a budget, all these things are put into place. Some companies know if they are going to increase. That's why ideally, if a company is preparing budget, we have long term and short term. You can't do every budget for your company for just 1 year without any breathing space. Excuse me. Because you need to remember that cost of running or cost of purchasing some items might increase. So if you set a very tight string budget, when that time comes, you might not be able to meet up, except maybe you are buying in bulk, or I don't know any company that pays 1 year salary ahead. Aha. So that's it. Okay. So that's an extra for anybody watching the video. That's called goal seek. And then we've seen absolute referencing. We've been doing references since all the referencing we've been doing since are just relative referencing. Okay. So that's the difference between absolute and other. So I have this one. I think I was going to give this, but I will leave this one till another class. We will do it together because it's a lot. Um, we will do this one together in our next class. We'll all do this together. Yeah, I think so. We'll do it together, and then I will now give it again or clean it and give it as a project that you will do by yourself. So that's it. We're going to use the if condition statement for all these ones. That if condition simply says if a person is within this age to this age, show teenager. If a person is within this age to this age, show young adults, and so many other things. And all the instructions of whatever we're going to do is all captured here. So we are going to work on it. And you see that we'll be using a lot of the things that we have done before. Like here, we are going to do, it says some. This will be some if, of course, some ifs rather. Some ifs using gender and country, which we've done before. So nothing different here. And this one will just be some, just to sum whatever you have here. And same thing here. You know, when I did this the first time, it was hard. Like I was wondering where did they get something like this from? But looking at it now, there's really um, nothing fantastically serious about it, and so on and so forth. So I'll let you guys rest now, and that will be our class for today. Uh, that will be our class. I will not give any assignments. Let me end the stream. I will not give any specific assignments because I want you to go back, watch the video. Those other assignments that you've not done, that you had questions on, I hope I've been able to cover them. Do those ones and then practice on this on your own. Just open your Excel and practice on it. And I'll see you soon. Any question though before I
Thank
go?
you.
Question?
Mm, no. For now, no. No, because I wasn't really working on my system while you were also working on yours, because I was trying to understand some things that were so complicated for me. So if I watch the video again, I go through trying to work on it, and if I have any questions, I'll let you know. But for now, no questions.
Okay, that's fine. All right.
Thank you so
So
much.
bye.
Have a lovely night. Bye.
You too. Bye. Hello. How are you?